Hey everyone, welcome to Holy Moly History. I'm Professor Ken.
And I'm Moly. Don't ask how I got stuck helping this dodo.
Today we're going to be discussing 4 presidents that changed history forever.
Look at this place. It's disgusting. You're talking about presidents, and your apartment looks like a recycle bin threw up.
No, Moly. I've just been busy researching.
Nope. You've been pretending to be a tree-hugging hippie. If Washington could see this room, he'd resign twice.
Anyway, the first president we're covering is George Washington.
What? Yeah. Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Truman. Big men doing big things. Meanwhile, you're over there sipping kombucha.
Gosh darn it, Moly, why are you always making fun of me? And what the heck are you doing? Moly, when I get my hands on you, I'm gonna...
Buckle up, soy boy. We're going to 1776.
Please don't be cold. Please don't be cold. Please don't be cold. Every time he sends me somewhere, it's really, really cold. Oh no!
Well, at least you had a soft landing this time.
Soft landing? You know what you did? You put me in a battlefield, you stupid mole!
Look, Professor, I'm just trying to show you the ropes. Time traveling ain't easy.
You know what's crazy? America almost had a king, and his name was George Washington. In 1789, Washington became the first president of the United States. A war hero turned reluctant leader. He had no party, no manual, just a fragile new constitution that could have fallen apart in a week. He built his first cabinet, set up the courts, and somehow kept 13 relentless states from tearing each other apart.
They offered him a crown. He said, nah, I already fought one. The man literally could have been royalty and chose paperwork instead. Oh, it's time for one of those did you know moments.
Did you know? George Washington's teeth were not wood. They were hippo ivory, cow teeth, and a few from dead bodies.
Huh?
You call that liberty? I call that gingivitis.
Can we continue, Moly?
Washington didn't want a monarchy, he wanted a republic, something that would outlive him. After 2 terms, he did the unthinkable. He just left. No crown, no heirs, no coup. He walked away from power.
When Washington stepped down, he didn't just leave the job, he invented the idea that leaders have expiration dates. And that single walk-off stage became democracy's mic drop, proving power belongs to the office, not the guy sitting in it.
All right, I get it. Can we go somewhere warmer? It's cold.
Buckle up, Fruit Loop. We're going to Abraham Lincoln's timeline. Well, you wanted somewhere warmer.
I really hate that mole.
Well now, a vision like you don't walk through my porch every day. Sugar, you're absolutely stunning.
I do declare, you got it all wrong.
Relax, Professor. You're radiant. Just flutter your lashes or something. You don't want to mess up the timeline.
My heart is yours. I'm a dude. Darling, where did you go? And what does dude mean? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
All right, I'll put you out of your misery. But first, you have to do Abraham Lincoln, otherwise you're gonna mess up the timeline.
All right, folks, meet Abraham Lincoln, the man who walked into the presidency while the entire country was coming apart at the seams. When Lincoln took office in 1861, the United States wasn't unified. It was breaking. 11 states had already split off. Leaders were calling for secession like it was a weekend hobby. Lincoln understood something nobody wanted to face. If the Union fell, democracy itself would die with it. The Civil War wasn't just a political crisis, it was the nation's soul tearing into two. Brother against brother, town against town.
Nothing brings families together like, well, a civil war.
And Lincoln declared that enslaved people in the Confederate States were legally free. It turned the Civil War into a fight against slavery, not just a fight to save the Union. And he called it the Emancipation Proclamation. And then, the moment that changed everything again. On April 14, 1865, Lincoln was assassinated at the Ford's Theater. He was the first president ever to be killed in office, and right when the country needed him most. His death wasn't just tragic, it derailed Reconstruction. Without him, the path to rebuilding the South became harsher, longer, and painfully complicated.
History likes to twist the knife.
So how exactly did Lincoln change history forever? He saved the Union, redefined freedom, and proved a democracy could survive its darkest moments.
And left behind a question we still ask today. What does a nation owe its people and itself?
All right, you raunchy rodent. Abraham Lincoln's done. Now get me out of this dress.
Here you go, Professor. You're getting better at this. You know, I kinda like it.
Hey, I'm more steady now, Moly.
That's right, kid. I took you to neutral ground, Professor. No timeline, no history.
So you took me to a dive bar, and why is there milk here? Yuck.
You need calcium after a few jumps.
I do feel better. Thanks so much. But what is this cosmic dive bar, and who is that?
He's got the charm, he's got that flair.
Ken, Professor, what?
Hey there, swinging more. Let's take a ride in this jazzy world with music.
Look at him having fun. I don't want to stop it, but we need to do Roosevelt. Professor!
Let me round, let your cares drift
I hate to
away
break it to you,
that
lady,
big
but I gotta go. I'll see you later. Bye now.
That was amazing, Ken. Look at you. You're gaining confidence, too.
I know, Moly, I feel great, and I owe it all to you. But what do you mean about neutral ground?
There's no timeline here, no history. Just music, spirits, and creatures hiding from the consequences of their own stories. Like her.
She's something else, but those 8 legs are a bit of a drawback.
All right, Professor, you better get crack-a-lackin' on the next president, all right?
All right, Moly, you got it.
Before we plunge into the Great Depression, there's something you should know about FDR. He was brilliant, steady, decisive, but privately, he was sleeping around.
What are you doing, Professor? Making smut?
I'm not making smut. Anyway,
When Roosevelt stepped into office, America wasn't wounded, it was broken. Banks collapsed, factory frozen in silence, a quarter of the nation stood still with nothing left to give. Roosevelt created the New Deal. Millions of jobs, bridges, dams, roads were built practically overnight.
He was also responsible for creating Social Security, which we use today.
Roosevelt was a very complicated man, and he gave these fireside chats that were broadcast on the radio to millions of Americans. But Roosevelt's personal life was its own storm. He was sleeping around with his wife Eleanor's own secretary, and it was caught in a letter. Historians argue that the affair didn't break the presidency, but it broke the illusion of a perfect Roosevelt. But FDR's most guarded secret wasn't the affair. It was his body and the disease called polio. When the world drifted towards war, Roosevelt saw it coming. Maybe not Pearl Harbor, but conflict. He supported the Allies long before the country was ready. And when the attack hit, he didn't flinch. He turned disaster into determination.
You got company.
Hey there, good looking. What are you doing later? I'm sure I can tie you up.
huh?
Oh crap, it's you, Moly. Is this your pathetic new time traveler?
I think he's kind of cute, Porker.
Porker Johnson, it's been a long time. And that's what I was trying to do till you two showed up.
Don't be so disrespectful, you pile of saturated fat.
Hey there, my name's Ken, Professor Ken.
And I'm Moly.
And who might you be?
You can call me Vera, but folks around here call me the Spider Woman.
Hey, Moly, where'd you find this Borat freak? He looks brand. Yeah, he looks weak.
Huh? It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Porker.
Hey, kid, you got a lot to learn around here. You ain't like most folks. You a time traveler. Well, that's why I'm here, Porker. I'm showing him the ropes.
Oh, Moly, aren't we supposed to do President Truman now?
Buckle up, snot rag.
Hey, Moly, I landed on my feet.
Congratulations, Professor. That's your 3rd successful landing.
What are you talking about, Moly? We're in the middle of a desert.
It's July, 1945. Wrong place to sunbathe, and just the right place to meet Truman.
All right, audience, it's time you get to know Truman. Harry S. Truman was the 33rd President of the United States. He took office on April 12, 1945, the day Franklin Roosevelt died. He had no briefing, no preparation. The war was still raging in Europe and the Pacific, and Truman suddenly became the commander-in-chief of the world's largest military. The United States was building a weapon Roosevelt never told him about, a device that splits atoms and turns science into fire. So Truman made the call to drop the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered, and then World War II ended. The moment he used a nuclear weapon, one decision could erase the city, and the world was in a new era. After the war, Truman rebuilt the world instead of walking away.
He created NATO, a military alliance to stop Soviet expansion.
We can go on for hours about Truman, but why are we here again, Moly?
To show you the prequel, Professor, before Truman pressed the world's scariest button, this desert lit up like the sun. Welcome to Trinity.
You brought me to the first nuclear test site, Moly? I forgot what home smelled like.
Dust, coffee, and dirty laundry. Great to be back.
We just got here, Moly. You don't have to act like that.
You did good today, kid. All those presidents, I thought you were gonna wet your pants.
I almost did, Moly, and we're home. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And don't forget to like and subscribe and stuff. You know. Huh?
What are you folks still doing here? Get out of here!